Whether you are looking to purchase a resale home or a new build home, know that there's always going to be something that pops up on that inspection report that you're going to want to ask that seller to fix. An inspection report is a detailed report showing you everything that is wrong with the property that may need repairs, even the slightest things like a door is not closing all the way. Here's 5 things I tell my buyers to watch out for when they're looking at the inspection report. You want to look at the AC, the plumbing, the foundation, the electrical, and the roof. The number one thing that every home is going to have, especially here in Arizona, is going to be cracked or slipped roof tiles. This is very common. In the state of Arizona, roofs, especially tile roofs, clay roofs, last about 20 years. And on that inspection report, there's usually going to be a cracked tile or two. If not, then you're probably moving into a new build. Concrete roof tiles here in Arizona usually last between 20 to 30 years. Most of them I've seen last around that 20-year mark. Over that time, it's very common for concrete tiles to crack or slip, or the nails fall out of the roof. We just had a nail fall out of one of our roof tiles on our roof the other day. I almost ran over my car, ran over the nail with my car, but I found it in time, which was good. Now, once you purchase that property, regular maintenance of the roof can always easily repair those issues at a very minimal cost. Now, number 2 is going to be landscaping issues. This is one big issue that we have sometimes here, and it could also go into the plumbing and irrigation issues as well. But one big thing is surface to ground contact or excessive vegetation around a home can potentially allow moisture or pest intrusion to the home's exterior siding. So cutting back vegetation 8 to 10 inches away from the home's exterior siding and or correct the surface grade to slope away from the home sliding will create a good airspace to keep the area dry. One thing that one of my sellers had one of my buyers had when they were purchasing their home, they sold it and they had to cut the trees back still again, but there was a lot of vegetation around their AC unit. The owners before them actually really liked that because it covered the ugly, metal box of an AC unit, right? Because we have them on the ground here in Arizona. So they put a lot of vegetation around it, and what did that do? That suctioned the AC unit to where the AC unit could not breathe properly. My buyers had to go in and trim that up about 8 to 10 inches away. The inspector recommended for them to just rip those plants out and get them away from the AC unit because of everything that we mentioned, but they didn't like the big ugly box in their backyard either, so it is what it is. Number 3, like I said, going into irrigation maintenance. Most quality home inspection services will inspect the home's irrigation system. The most common issues found are missing or damaged drip heads and supply line connection leaks at the irrigation shutoff valve. So this is very common, especially here in Arizona. You're walking in the rocks and people just kick them off and things like that. Totally normal. Number 4 is going to be the exterior caulking. One of the most simplest inspection items to correct is caulk or seal all open voids around windows, door frames, and house trim. This is also very common with new builds as well, because once the house and windows start settling, the stucco sometimes starts cracking and there is some space in between. They say if you can't fit a quarter in between those cracks is fine, and with new builds they give you a year warranty, so that at the end of that 1 year, if those cracks have gotten bigger, then they will go in and fix them up, caulk them, and paint over them as well. So doing that and caulking over it will help in aiding to avoid any potential water intrusion to the home's sliding layer and behind the trim, which is the primary cause of wood rot or siding damage. Also, when there is wood rot, guess what happens? You get a lot of termites coming in as well. Now in Arizona, we have ground termites, so don't you guys worry. It's not a matter of if you get termites in Arizona, it's a matter of when, and they're not horrible. You literally just go and spray and then they're gone, you're good. Number 5, this is the silliest one out there, but it's exterior waterproof covers, right? A lot of people who come here, a lot of my buyers are like, why do we need a waterproof cover on our outlet? It doesn't even rain here. Oh, to the contrary, it does. Definitely during monsoon season, you want to have these. According to the current and generally accepted electrical codes, all exterior outlets and receptacles must include a weatherproof cover. It is not uncommon to find the weatherproof covers removed or damaged around the home. Like I said, a lot of older homes here in Arizona don't really have them because, again, why do we need them? We live in the desert, right? We don't really have a lot of rain unless it's July to September and we have monsoons. But It is what it is. The replacement of these covers is very low cost. You could literally go to Home Depot or Lowe's and buy them for like very cheap. I think like $5 maybe. Super easy. That's one thing I wouldn't necessarily ask the sellers to fix. Number 6 is going to be the bathroom sink stopper or the bathtub stopper as well. Again, very affordable to fix. Go to Home Depot, you'll be fine. Don't ask the seller for this if there are bigger things like electrical problems that need to be repaired. So with these sink stoppers, it's just a disconnection of the rod and clip assembly and or a loose pivot seal collar, which may cause a drip leak under the sink. They are both generally very easy to reconnect or tie in to avoid it as an inspection item on the report. If my sellers were going in and selling their home and there were those issues, I would say, hey, let's get this fixed so that it's one less thing that the buyers have to worry about. It's literally so simple. Number 7 is going to be a loose toilet. Again, this is very normal, especially with a lot of the older homes in Arizona and sometimes the new builds as well, which shouldn't be that way. After continual use, it is not uncommon for toilets to become loose at the anchor mounts. Even though the basic connection for this is simple tightening of the anchor nuts, it is often the most overlooked pre-inspection correction. Going into number 8 is the air filters, the return air filters. Sometimes they're just dirty and people don't clean them before they sell the house. I don't know why. That's disgusting to me. People are coming into your home, you wanna have it nice and clean, you wanna have them breathe fresh air. Let's just get that done, you know, you're selling your property. Let's get a higher price for it. Clean the air filters. Changing all air filters prior to the general home inspection is usually a must. Most air and heating technicians agree that using an inexpensive air filter changed monthly here in Arizona offers the best airflow for the home's HVAC system. This will also help ensure that the home's current HVAC system will run as well as possible. Again, with both new builds and resale homes. Number 9, stove and range oven anti-tip device. Anti-tip brackets for stove and range ovens are safety devices that become required by all appliance manufacturers since 1991. However, as some kitchens get remodeled and stoves and range ovens are changed, the installation of these devices are often skipped. This is a standard inspection item that is checked by most reputable inspectors. Number 10 is light bulbs. If there is a light bulb out, guess what's gonna be on your inspection report? They couldn't turn on the light bulb wasn't working. And sometimes they're even gonna say they don't know if it's the light bulb or electrical, and inspectors can't really go up there and change the light bulb. That's not their job, right? So replace all non-working light bulbs. So if you are a seller, do this, all right? It's very affordable. You wanna sell your house, make it look presentable, okay? Replace all non-working light bulbs prior to a general inspection. Please do this prior to listing your home on the market. This is the easiest way to help ensure a clean report and so buyers can see your house. Home inspectors will generally not test non-working individual lights. Most of the items, or most of the time, it is a spent light bulb, but it always brings into a question the reason for the inappropriate light. Just like I said, they could be thinking, is there an electrical problem? If you're a seller, you do not want this to happen. It's a small thing. Change the damn light bulb so that your buyers don't think there's a bigger issue with your house as far as being an electrical problem, because that's one headache that I promise you do not want. So these are the 10 most common inspection items that are going to be on your inspection report if you are a home buyer. If you are a home buyer, again, the 5 major things I want you guys to look out for: AC, roof, electrical, plumbing, and foundation. If there's any issues with these 5 things, let's ask the seller to repair these, or let's see what we can negotiate, okay? Because those are the big money expenses. If there's a light bulb out, or there's a outlet cover not on the outdoor outlet, but there's a roof problem, you have cracked roof tiles, or the AC is not working and it's making some funny noises, let's focus on the roof and the AC before we focus on the other things. So that's that. If you're looking to move here to the state of Arizona, I'm your Arizona licensed realtor, Kimberly Wright. I'm helping people move here every single day from all over the US. I only work with home buyers and home sellers, so if you guys are looking to rent, I'm sorry, I do not work with rentals, as most realtors do not here in the state of Arizona. If you're wanting to work with a rental, most property managers are here to help you out. But thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned for the next video.